When you're planning for retirement, one of the biggest puzzles you'll ever have to solve is how to turn that nest egg you've saved up into a reliable, steady income stream. So today, we're going to unlock a really key piece of that puzzle, the different payout options for annuities. This is all about how you'll actually get your money for the rest of your life.
You know, the biggest question in all of retirement planning is actually pretty simple. How do you make sure your money lasts exactly as long as you do? An annuity can definitely be part of that answer, but its real power, its real magic, is unlocked when you choose the right payout structure for you.
Before we dive into all the different options, let's just start with something really basic. When you think about your finances after you've stopped working, what's the one thing, the single biggest fear that pops into your head?
Yep. For most of us, the number one financial fear is just outliving our savings. It's that nagging thought of the money running out while the bills just keep on coming. And look, that's a totally real and understandable worry to have.
And believe it or not, there's actually a technical term for this. It's called superannuation. It's just a fancy way of saying the risk of outliving your money, often because, hey, you were lucky enough to live a long, healthy life.
And that is exactly where an annuity comes into play. At its heart, it's an insurance product built for one main reason: to give you a guaranteed stream of income and fight back against that very risk of outliving your money. But how that income gets paid out, well, that's where you've got some really critical choices to make.
So let's kick things off with the most straightforward and frankly the most extreme option out there. This one gives you the biggest possible paycheck, but it definitely comes with a major catch. This one's called a straight life annuity. And the deal is incredibly simple. The insurance company pays you a steady income for as long as you are alive. Doesn't matter if you live to 85 or 105. Those checks are going to keep coming. But the moment you pass away, the payments stop. Just poof, completely. There's no refund. There's nothing left for your beneficiaries.
So you see the trade-off, right? It's crucial. Because the insurance company's risk ends the second you do, they can offer you the absolute highest monthly payment possible. The flip side is, you accept the risk that if you pass away early, all that remaining value just stays with the insurer.
Okay, so this brings up a really interesting question. Let's say two people invest the exact same amount of money into the exact same straight life annuity. Why in the world would they get different monthly checks?
Well, the answer boils down to just one thing: life expectancy. Insurance companies are all about statistics, right? They use these things called mortality tables to predict how long you're likely to live, and that survivorship factor is a huge part of their math. Put simply, the longer they expect to be paying you, the smaller each of those individual checks is going to be.
Let me show you how this plays out in the real world. Imagine we have twins, Joe and Joan. They each buy the exact same annuity. Now, because women on average have a longer life expectancy, the insurance company expects they'll be paying Joan for more years. And because of that, Joe's monthly check will actually be higher than Joan's, even though they put in the exact same amount of money.
Okay, I get it. That all-in, straight life option, it can feel a little too risky for a lot of people. So what if you want that lifetime income, but you also want to build in some protection for your family? Well, that brings us to our next group of options.
This is called an annuity with a period certain. And with this, you're essentially setting a minimum payout window. The insurance company guarantees, no matter what, that it's going to make payments for a fixed number of years, say 10, 15, or 20 years.
Let's bring Joe back to walk through this. Say he buys an annuity at age 60 with a 20-year period certain. Now, sadly, he passes away just 10 years later at age 70. Because of that guarantee, his beneficiary will continue to get those exact same payments for the other 10 years, right up until Joe would have turned 80. Then, the payments stop. So what if you're thinking, I kind of want the best of both worlds here? You want that lifetime income guarantee we talked about first, but you also want that beneficiary protection we just covered. Well, good news, there's a really popular hybrid option for that. It's called the straight life with period certain. And here's how it works. The insurer agrees to pay you for your entire life or for that specified period, whichever is longer. This is huge. It means you absolutely cannot outlive your income, but if you do happen to pass away during that certain period, your beneficiary still gets paid for the rest of that time. It's really designed to take a lot of that risk off the table. But maybe your main concern isn't just about a period of time. Maybe it's about making sure that every single dollar you put into that annuity eventually gets paid back out, either to you or to your family. That brings us to our last category of options.
The Life with Refund option, well, it does exactly what it sounds like it does. It guarantees that one way or another, the total amount of cash paid out by the insurance company will be at least equal to the principal, the original chunk of money you invested.
And you can set this up in a couple of different ways. With an installment refund, your beneficiary just keeps getting the same monthly checks until your original principal is all paid out. Simple. With a cash refund, they get the whole remaining balance at once in a single, tax-efficient lump sum payment.
Okay, wow, we have covered a lot of ground. We've got straight life, period certain, and the refund options. So, how in the world do you choose? Let's put them all side by side to make this decision a little bit clearer.
This table really just lays it all out, doesn't it? It boils down to one single core trade-off. You've got straight life at one end, which gives you the absolute highest personal paycheck, but offers zero for your beneficiaries. And as you move across to period certain and then the refund option, your personal monthly check gets a bit smaller, but that financial safety net you're leaving for your family gets much, much stronger.
If you only remember one thing from all this, please let it be this. A period certain annuity guarantees payments for a set amount of time. A refund annuity guarantees the return of your entire principal. Just understanding that one key difference makes choosing between them so much easier.
So at the end of the day, this choice is deeply personal. It's a balance, right? It's about maximizing your own income so you can live the retirement you want versus making sure there's a legacy or a safety net left for the people you care about most. There's no single right answer here. There's only the one that's right for you.